Good morning to everyone. I'm Maria Cristina Bisi from the University of Bologna. Today, I'm going to talk to you about the quantitative assessment of locomotor control in primary school children based on kinematic measures collected using wearable inertial sensors. Recently, we proposed a cluster of parameters extracted from IMUs that allow characterizing motor control performance during two specific motor tasks that are natural and tandem walking. With this kind of parameters, we aim at assessing specific aspects of motor control related to motor complexity, regularity, but also to the quantitative description of temporal parameters of the tasks and their variability. With the polar representation of these parameters during the two tasks, it was possible to highlight the effect of age maturation. In this particular study I briefly presented, we considered a wide age range, including participants aged 6 to 25. Thus, in the present study, we wanted to test the proposed method on a population with a small age range. In particular, we wanted to focus on school children aged 6 or 7. Then, we analyzed the results of the polar plots with respect to age, sex, motor competence, and also eventual suspect of developmental coordination disorder. 86 primary school children participated in the study. All children had no known developmental delay or musculoskeletal pathology. They were asked to perform natural and tandem walking. 3 wearable inertial measurement units were attached on the lower trunk and above the ankles as shown in the picture. We asked the participants to perform the test of motor competence, and we asked the parents to fill out the DCD questionnaire. Trunk acceleration signals were used to assess motor regularity and complexity. Then, we estimated temporal parameters and their variability from the angular velocity around the mediolateral axis of the shank. We analyzed the polar plots resulting from the cluster of parameters presented in the previous study with respect to 4 factors that are age, sex, test of motor competence results, and suspect of DCD, assessed by the DCD questionnaire. When analyzing results with respect to age, despite the small age range considered, we obtained trends that are in agreement to those shown in literature. A decrease in variability with increasing age, and an increase in automaticity during natural walking and in complexity during tandem walking. With respect to sex, we did not find any significant difference between males and females in tandem walking, and only minor differences in gait timing for the natural walking. Here you can see results analyzed with respect to motor competence. In the first column, you can see the children in the lower quartile according to the test of motor competence results, and in the second column, children in the upper quartile. As you can see, the age range was really similar in the two groups. Now, if we compare these results with the age reference bands I showed earlier, you can see that less competent children showed a motor performance comparable to that of younger ones, and vice versa, more competent children to that of older ones. Based on the results of the DCD questionnaire, we found 5 children with a suspect of DCD. Here you can see the polar lines of each child plotted with respect to the age-matched reference population. The analysis of a singular curve allows understanding in which area the child shows a possible motor delay and which components of motor control are mostly affected, thus supporting the definition of effective focused interventions. As an example, if a child shows a complexity during tandem walking lower than expected, they should be encouraged to explore different movements and strategies in order to enrich their ability to adapt and develop effective motor solutions. On the other hand, if complexity during natural walking is too high, training with task repetitions should be encouraged in order to improve automaticity. With this study, we demonstrated the suitability of the proposed method to characterize motor control performance during the execution of natural and tandem walking. We also showed the possibility to highlight differences in performance of children with risk of motor delay. In the future, we would like to extend the use of the proposed metrics to the characterization of larger groups of children, possibly from different schools, socioeconomic backgrounds, and countries, to then possibly proceed to their exploitation in interventional studies, in order to support intervention definition and evaluate effectiveness. If you would like to know more details about this study, it was published on Medical Engineering and Physics. Here you can find all the reference information and the QR code for the download. Thank you very much for your attention.